Hi there, this is MC Oda. Welcome to this episode of my Minecraft Survival Let's Play. If you notice, my hut now has a dirt floor, which I added between episodes. I also did a couple other things between episodes. I harvested a bunch of wood, gathered a few other resources. The 5 string that I found in the dungeon, I made into a bow and a fishing rod, and I actually fished up a lure 2 mending rod while I was at it. So did a little bit of fishing while I was waiting for these trees to grow. One thing that I noticed, kind of staying here in the wood age, is that resource gathering is really, really slow. So the tools to gather the resources are very slow, and even if you look at the health of them, the max health is 59. So you can't even like get a full stack of like wood, for example, with one single axe. So gathering resources means just building a whole bunch of tools, going through just tool after tool after tool, and of course the very slow time that it takes to mine up anything with an unenchanted wooden tool. So I think most of my resource gathering is probably going to be done off camera between episodes if I know what I'm going to need. If I need a bunch of resources mid-episode, it's probably going to be something that will be skipped or at most time-lapsed. But so the 2 goals that I have for this episode is I want to make an auto cow farm. Yes, a wood age auto cow farm. So that'll be fun. I have some ideas. I tried a few things out in creative, and I think I've got some kinks worked out. And I also want to, the second goal that I have for this episode is to build most people would say like a super smelter. But since I can't build furnaces, all I can build is campfires to cook food with. I'm going to build a smokehouse to help cook my food. Also in the episode, just to keep on that theme of getting my cows growing and my resources in that aspect, I'm probably also going to try to expand my wheat farm a little bit in this episode as well. So we'll just make that goal number 3. But before I get started in there, back when I was getting these trees in the last episode, I noticed, I believe there was another sunken ship out here off of this. I think that's the mast right there. And I'm hoping this is a full ship. Yeah, it looks like it probably is. And so I wanted to go check that out. And the reason why I want to, eventually a wandering trader is going to come by, and I want to have emeralds to trade with him. So, because the wandering traders can have useful items, especially in this game. The buckets are going to be very useful, and I don't know how often I'm going to be able to find one. So I want to be able to... Oh, look at that. Jungle trees. Nice. And bamboo. Awesome. Okay. I did not realize that was there. So I was going to say the other thing I was hoping to find in this ship is potentially bamboo, which I don't need now, and or moss. So yeah, I definitely wanted to check out this ship before we got too far into the episode. Let's see. All right, it's a slow trip out here. I get so used to having enchanted equipment that helps you move fast in water and everything else that, boy, just playing without it is a whole different experience. Well, while I'm over here, I'm going to have to definitely get some jungle wood and some bamboo. That's awesome that I found that. All right, so let's explore this ship. And, well, there's the first chest right there. Some more coal. Great. Potatoes. I don't think I had them yet. Ooh, more wheat. Oh, a magic hat. That didn't look good. Curse of Vanishing. Don't want it. Don't want a cursed helmet. All right, let's see what I can find over here. All right. Oh. Get in here. Get in here. Okay. All right, emeralds. Awesome. 11 emeralds. Great. I don't really need the iron or the lapis. I can leave that here. Okay, the emeralds. Awesome. So I will be able to trade with a trader if one of them comes by. And I'm really hoping I actually see one in this episode. Because, let me get down here before I run out of breath. Okay, here we go. Because when I go wrangling up those cows, I'm really going to need... Ooh, buried treasure. I'm not sure if I can use this paper for anything, but I'll take it. I'm really hoping I find a wandering trader, because I really am going to need leads to move those cows around, I think. Give me that chest. Here we go. All right. Well, that was good. I got the emeralds I wanted. This buried treasure might find me some more emeralds. So let's see. This is to the north and east, so it's that way. Well, while I'm here, might as well do it, right? Why not? So let me go ahead and build a boat. And... okay, don't want the cursed helmet. Alright, first of all, let's go ahead and grab some of this bamboo and some of this jungle wood. And then I can go that way. Now, one thing I am going to be limited with is string. That's going to be more than enough bamboo. Unless I find a spider spawner, I'm probably not going to have a whole lot of string to make a whole lot of what do you call them? Scaffolding. All right. Oh boy, cutting down some of these trees is going to take a while. Tell you what, I'm going to cut down this tree, and I'll see you when I am done. Okay, well that tree is done. I got 6 saplings out of that, so that's nice. And I got plenty of bamboo, so that is a great start. So let's go find this buried treasure and see if we can find something useful in there as well. Where's my boat? Where is my boat? Seriously, where's my boat? Okay, I'm not going crazy. That's where I came from. Where's my boat? I did come here in a boat, right? Yeah, there it is. Oh, wow. Alrighty. Okay, so let's go see if we can find this treasure real quick here. Looking at that map, that's kind of a neat... oh no, that's probably a river. Okay. I said it almost looked like a caldera, but that is probably a river. I should probably look for some cocoa beans while I'm out here in this jungle. Of course, it's really close by. Wouldn't be hard to get some later. But since I'm right here and I can see one, might as well get them. Oh, I thought that was one. Well, you know what? I only need one to make more, so. Let's stay focused here. Let's go ahead and find this hidden treasure. It's buried treasure. That should be to the east here. Okay. Looks like it's going to be over here. Yep. All right. So I used to be really good at getting exactly on the right square, but I haven't been so lucky lately. So this looks pretty close to center. Should be right around here. So there's another way to do this, is to get right in the center of the chunk that you're in. So apparently my old trick isn't working, so let's try the new trick. So let's see, if you do F3G, that puts up the chunk borders, right? So you can see it's in this chunk. And what it's going to be right in the center of it. Of course, the center of it is 4 squares because it's an even number. But basically, if you can kind of count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 3, 4, it's going to be right about here. And I think you can even do it with the F3 on, where you can get the, let's see, where are they? It's hard to find them in, let's see, chunks. I can't find it in the F3, but anyway, if you can get as close to the center as you possibly can. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It's probably going to be right about here. See, I think I was off by a few. All right. Oh, I am so bad at this. Why am I so bad at this? Oh boy. Okay. There it is. Okay, well, that doesn't look like the center of the chunk, so maybe I was wrong. Lots of iron that I can't use. Iron sword I can't use. The diamond. This hurts, but I can't use the diamond either. The Heart of the Sea. This is an interesting question. Could I use a Heart of the Sea? So to build the conduit, you just surround it by nautilus shells, which are an animal product that you get by fishing. So would I be able to build the Heart of a Sea? There's no telling what that is, right? That's is that a pearl? Is that, who knows what that is? I'm going to take it for now, and if I ever get to the point where I could potentially build it, then we can reevaluate at that time. See, that's not quite the center of the chunk. So maybe I was wrong about that. Well, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. Yeah, that's not the center at all. So maybe that doesn't, maybe that's not a rule anymore. All right. Awesome. Okay, so let me get back home. And let's see, that would be this direction. Alrighty, well, I am home now. And it's neat how the water changes color right there as I get close to home. Alright, well, I think that was pretty successful. I don't think I really need to hold on to this. Oops, I did not mean to jump in the water. Do not need to hold on to that anymore, so I'm just going to ditch it. Awesome, so I got the emeralds that I was hoping I would get, and I got bamboo that I was hoping I would get. So, and I even got jungle trees, so bonus all around. I think that was pretty successful. Let's go ahead and just get these in here. All right, great. Okay. Let me go ahead and plant these out here next to these other trees. So this is what I've been doing with the trees. It's nice and ugly. Put the blocker so I don't get the massive oak trees. These guys, I don't really know if there's a way to do growth restriction on these acacia trees like you can on the oak trees. So I just have them in a line right there. So those are just so I know if I harvest up everything, I know where I need to plant stuff. So let me put my 6 jungle trees here, and they should grow as single trees. Okay. All right, so looking at the goals, I think that the last thing I'm going to do is the auto cow farm, because again, I am waiting for, I'm really hoping, oh no, oh geez, these guys, oh, I keep dealing with these guys are tough for me to deal with. Holy cow. So they came around again when I was harvesting resources, and luckily they spawned kind of in here, and most of them couldn't get out, and I only had to deal with 2 of them. But this is like a whole squad, and they are right over here where I need to start building things. All right, let's see if we can deal with these guys. Am I going to get too close? This is going to... Yep, I've upset them. Well, no. I guess until I go aggro on them, they just kind of don't care about me, huh? I'm so worried about them. Oh boy. Okay, well maybe they'll just keep walking that way and leave me alone. So as I was saying, I really hope a wandering trader comes by at some point, because to wrestle these cows into an auto farm, I pretty much need a lead to do that. So I will go ahead and work on the smokehouse first. And I had some neat ideas for this that I hope work out pretty well. And let's see, the first thing I'm going to have to do, I'm going to have to build a few campfires here. Okay, I think I was going to build 6. That'll give them some breathing room. I could build 4 more if I wanted them to be like wall to wall, but I think cooking 24 things at a time should be enough for me. Let's see, what's something cool that I can set them on top of? Let's see, I don't really have anything that interesting yet. Let's see. All right, well for now, they're just going to go on dirt. Okay, so I had an idea for a smokehouse that I thought might look cool, and we'll give it a try and see how it looks. So I think I'm going to build it right up here on this hill, and it's going to go long ways this way, so this will actually be the front of it, facing that way, and I'll probably have a path coming to it, which will be nice. And it's not going to be very big. So another thing I was talking about earlier about how the about how long it takes me to mine up resources. So this is going to force my hand into making relatively small builds. So either I could spend a ton of time mining resources, or I can just make smaller builds. And that kind of makes sense, right? Like this guy ain't building huge things. Of course, saying this guy isn't as effective if you can't see his caveman suit. But yeah, so his builds are going to be a little bit smaller, but I think that might be okay. All right, so let me go ahead and get started on this smokehouse. Okay, so let me get started on this build, and you can see that there's some suddenly some dirt. Sorry for the hard cut there, but I started it and I already screwed it up, and I also screwed up my my replay mod recording, so I wanted to just kind of start from scratch so that the folks watching the shortened version can have a good experience with the replay mod. So I wanted to start, and also let's see, There we go. So here's going to be my 6 fires. So this is what I'm going to be cooking on, and that's going to let me cook 24 steaks or potatoes or whatever at a time. And if I want, this is all going to be enclosed, but I could squeeze a few extras in here and possibly get an extra 16 or even 20 at a time. All right, so I decided I'm going to build the walls out of clay. And I've never built with just raw clay before. And I figured I'd give it a shot, and I thought this might look pretty good because it actually looks kind of like a stone or a plaster. And I think this might be a good alternative to building in a game where I can't use stone. And let's see. So as far as the walls, that's complete. So there's no windows per se down here because this is, like I said, this is a smokehouse. This is not just a cookery. This is a smokehouse, and I want a lot of the smoke to stay inside the house so it gets my meats all nice and smoky and delicious. I do want to put coarse dirt down here on the floor so that it does not turn into grass, kind of like I did inside my home. So let me lay that down here. All right. Let's see. I put my doors away. I'll get the door later. Okay, so now I'm going to start putting some upright structures here. And let's see. I'm going to do it every other one, I believe. Yeah. Okay. So the look I'm going to go with this build is kind of like the campfire, right? It's got the logs going one way, and then stacked on top of that are logs going the other way. So I kind of use that as inspiration for my smokehouse, and I figured I'm going to kind of use that similar structure here with the roof for this thing. Now, ideally, I would want these uprights to be spruce. So in the future, whenever I find some spruce trees, I will probably replace these. But for now, I have to work with what I've got. So I'm using acacia here as the cross beams to kind of break it up a little bit. I don't want to use, just all oak on everything. And I think these kind of had a nice contrast. I think the gray of this kind of going into the kind of the bluish gray of this, I think it's going to contrast nicely, and I think hopefully it should look pretty good. Let's see. I'm going to have to go to sleep here in just a moment. Okay. All right. Yep, it's getting pretty dark. So luckily, those pillagers I noticed a little while ago, they went off into the water. So they completely left me alone. So that was pretty awesome. I don't have to deal with them. Let's see here. Get back up. And let's see. These are going to go here and here. So let's continue with these cross beams. Oh. All right, so let's finish off this row. Now, to keep that same feel as the campfires, I'm going to put some now going this direction. And this is going to create an interesting effect here, which will come together as the build is finished. Let's see. So definitely gives you that same kind of campfire feel. Okay. But it's also leaving holes for that smoke to come out. There we go. And good, I got plenty on me. Okay, so let me just finish off these ends here. And then we can kind of step back and take a look, and then I can put some final touches on it. I'm also hoping that this is far enough away from my home that I don't have to hear these fires crackling all the time. All right, so let me just take a step back and take a look at what we've got. Yeah, I think that's looking pretty cool. So you see those gaps in there, and I actually thought that was kind of cool because what I'm going to do is those are going to be like vent holes. So I'm going to build me some fences here. Let's see. I need oak fences. There we go. Hopefully this will be enough. So 2 things. Number 1, these are going to be like vent holes to vent air in through the smokehouse since it doesn't have windows. There we go. And it kind of fills in that space. And then on the top here, I was actually going to put, and let's see, where do I want those? You know what, I can do these from the inside. I was going to take those and I was going to extend them out like this. So that's going to do a couple things. It's going to give it a slightly more structured feel in here. It doesn't feel weird with those sticking way up. It kind of has those vent holes so that air can flow. And it's also going to restrict the smoke coming out of the top. So like I said, this is a smokehouse. We want to keep a bunch of that smoke in here to keep the meat nice and smoky. So these fences trap quite a bit of it in, but not all of it. So little puffs still get out, but most of it stays in. And I thought that was a pretty cool look. And also this kind of gives this front a little bit more structure here. And I believe I have a door inside here, which I'm going to use. There we go, perfect. You know, I think that looks pretty good. I like it. All right. And there we go. The build is done. So nice and simple. Again, you know, this guy, he's got to build simple. Simple and primitive is kind of what I'm going with here. And again, I took inspiration from that. I took inspiration from the shape of the campfire for the roof. And, you know, with the vent holes, with the fence, and with the fence gates and the holes, it's kind of limiting the amount of smoke that comes out. I think this is a pretty cool looking build. And when I have stuff to cook in here, if I had a bunch of raw meat right now, I'd throw it on here and show you. I can get right now 24 pieces of meat cooking, and as soon as they're done, if I just walk up and down the middle, I'll pick it all up because it's since these walls are here, it's not going to go flying too far. And if I feel like later I want more, I could put, you know, here, 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 and here, so I could get 5 more in here and increase it that many more. And get, what, 44 going at a time? Yeah, so there we go. That is my smokehouse. So we will go ahead and mark that goal as done. Awesome, okay. Now, I need to build my cow farm. So this is going to be an automated cow farm. In fact, just one moment, I'm going to take a quick break here. Okay, sorry about that. I actually spent quite a few of the days this week kind of sick with stuffy sinuses and sore throat. And so if my voice sounds a little funny today, that's what's going on. But that also means I need to take some breaks now and then. Because although I feel much better, it's not completely gone. All right, so now the automated cow farm. I was first thinking about putting it over here in this space, but then I realized that when I look at my sunset through my window, that's all I'm going to see is my cow farm, and that's not going to be an attractive build. So let's go ahead and first swap out my resources here. So, well, I'll explain it to you once I get it out there. Let's see. All right, let me just put some of these away, and I will be right back. Okay, so now I've got my inventory sorted out. So let me go ahead and get started on this cow farm. So this is going to be a pretty standard. In fact, let's see. First of all, as I was saying, I was going to kind of put it over there, but that's going to block my view. But I definitely wanted these cows far enough away from my home I don't have to listen to them. So I think I'll just stick it here for now. Well, not for now. It's going to live here permanently. And later on, I can either make multiples or I can hide them in a structure. But for right now, it's going to be just kind of out here in the open. Okay, and in fact, I think I'll put it, because it's not going to be real pretty, so I'll put it here. Here, this is where it'll be. All right, so let's see. This is going to be a basic, simple, this is basically going to be the type of cow farm where you use the entity cramming. But usually when you build these in a normal world, right, what you would do is you would kind of dig a hole a few down, and then you'd have a hopper underneath with a chest to collect all of your drops. And then I would also like to put a dropper with a bucket of water in the side, because the cows are easier to feed when they're bouncing around in the water. So droppers and hoppers, dispensers and hoppers are things I cannot build. So I kind of have to work around that restriction. So I'm going to build basically the same thing, but I'm going to build it up on stilts. Okay, let me go grab some ladders. Okay, I just went and got some ladders out of my inventory, and let's see, so let's start building this thing. So I can't have a hopper to collect the drops, so I'm going to have the drops fall onto the ground, and I'm going to have to collect them myself. So basically, the farm has to essentially start there. So I need to be able to walk around underneath it and collect the drops. So this is where the cows are going to be in their water. Let's see here. Put that around. So I tried a few things in creative. Originally, I tried putting a post all the way up to here to hold the water in. And that actually made the cows kind of, how do you put it? It's like they were up that extra half a block, so they wouldn't actually swim around in the water. There we go. So that right there, I think that's right. Okay. Yeah. So with the post all the way up here holding the water in, the cows weren't actually swimming in the water. So what I had to do was I had to trap the water in with 4 posts like this, and then keep one down here. So now the reason why this one down here has to be a fence post and not just a regular block is that most of the drops would fall down, but some of them would actually float on top of the water. And if you could actually get in here and be able to jump this little bit, it's enough that you could actually collect the drops that were floating in the water. So, and what we're going to do is we're going to put the water right here, and it's going to kind of flow down one. And so, yeah, this is where the cows will be swimming. And again, you have this little bit that you can pop up to get the drops that don't fall down. This is the cow farm. It is that simple. This is a wood age, let's see, what was it called again? Entity cram. This is a wood age entity cramming cow farm. No hoppers, no dispensers needed. Let's see. So now one thing I did do is on this side, let me take the water out so it doesn't spill everywhere. I did replace, in fact, you know what? Let's see. If I come around here, I'd probably come around this way. This will be like the front. Okay. So I did replace this one fence post with a trap door facing out. So that will still hold the water in, see? But what that allows me to do is put ladders on it like this and still give me enough room to move around under here and not restrict my movement at all. Now, if I accidentally left click on that, the trapdoor pops the fence. So that's just something I have to be aware of. And then, of course, once the cows are in here, I will put a fence post there so that I can feed the cows and not worry about accidentally falling in. So that now is the complete farm. So now what I have to do is get those cows in the farm. This is going to be a royal pain. This is where I was hoping, I was really hoping that a wandering trader would have come by now. Because I think I'm going to need one. I think I'm going to need a lead to make this possible. Let's see. And sorry, I can actually feel I'm getting stuffier. So if my voice sounds like a little nasally or stuffy, the sun's going down and the stuffiness is kicking back in. So I apologize for that. Hopefully you can just kind of bear with me there. All right, so let me build a dirt ramp here, and you don't need to watch me do that. I'll be right back when that is done. Okay, I finished building a ramp here to get these cows out, and unfortunately a wandering trader still has not made it by. So I'm going to have to try really hard to get these cows in that hole. I'm not looking forward to this at all. All right, let me go ahead and get me some wheat. That's more than enough to lead them. Let's see. All right. So, wish me luck here, everybody. Let's see. Let's go ahead and make a hole here. They shouldn't be able to get out. All right. Come on. See, the thing is they're going to be trying to go down a 1-by-1 hole, which they don't want to do. Oh, and I think... You know what? Oh, you know what? I think I have a problem here already. Let me get out of here. The ones that are floating in the water are going to prevent the other ones from getting all the way down in it. So... if I take that water out, I need to put a block here. Yeah, that might be enough to keep the cow from getting out. Let me take away the water. Okay, so they kind of fall down. Okay, so they're still kind of... See how they stand halfway up because of that fence post? I think that was also preventing them from swimming in the water when I was trying it with the fence post up here. Okay, alright. So let's see if I can get... see if I can get as many as possible up here, and hopefully they will end up bouncing each other in to the hole. Alright, I just need... yeah, see, this is... oh gosh, they're gonna end up knocking me in the hole. Oh, this is difficult. This isn't good. Okay, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I honestly don't know how I'm gonna do this. Where did the pig come from? Go away, pig. Ah, boy. Okay. Well, there's a few of them in there already, so that's kind of nice. So maybe eventually they do fall in when they're kind of cramming against each other. And here comes the rain. Is it nighttime too? Okay, I need to sleep. Oh, see, if a wandering trader had come by, I could just get them with the lead, and they're a lot easier to get into the the hole if they're on a lead. Okay, now I technically don't have to get all the cows in the hole. Probably the few that are in there now are enough to kind of get the farm started. But I would like to get as many as possible in there so that they can start producing leather as quickly as possible. Okay, I'm gonna need some of you to fall in. I need some of you to fall in and not push me in. If I fall in there, there's no way of getting back out without knocking these guys all over the place. Okay, alright, there's a few of them in. No, don't push me in. Don't push me in. Okay. Alright. I'm not having very good luck with this. I'm having to stay squatted down so that I don't fall into the hole, and that's really limiting my ability to push these guys around. Okay, let's let go of the wheat, let them move around a little bit. See if I can knock a few in there. Come on, get in. Alright. So I'm getting a few. Okay, alright. They're going in. See? It's working. It's just painful. Alright, okay. Is that all of them? Is there seriously only 2 left? No, there's got to be more of them down there. There's no way I've got all of them in there already. Okay, guys, come this way. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come further. Get. Go. Yes! That last one did entity cramming. That's all my cows. This worked! Oh my god, this worked. Okay, so let me put the fence on top so now I cannot fall in the hole. Oh, dude, this is awesome. Okay, let's see. I need more sticks. Oh, incredible. This actually worked. Now I hope I can actually get that water back in there. So when that one died from entity cramming, it should have dropped. There we go. There's its meat. Oh, there's another one that just died from entity cramming. So let's see if we can target that block and get the water in there. It has to be... Yes! Yes! There they are! So now, let me hop back down. Okay, so there's no drops. You can see them all floating. Alright, so now that they're in here, I can feed them. And if they're floating in water and you kind of walk around, they'll actually move around. And you can actually feed a whole bunch of them more easily if they're floating in water. And as the babies are born, the empty cramming will kill the adults instead of the babies. Alright, so there we go. So, look at that. Look at that. There's the leather and the steaks on the ground. And if there happens to be any floating in the top, you can kind of just swim up just a tiny bit just to get your head to the top of the block, and that will pick up anything that's floating in the top of the water. It worked! So that is my wood age entity cramming cow farm. This is awesome. I'll probably have to do something similar for sheep at some point. And I might even make more than one of these for cows, just so that I can get as many as possible going, but Again, you need 20-some cows in here swimming around to get the empty cramming going, so if I make too many, we're talking that's a ton of mobs. Alright, let me clean up this dirt, and I'll be right back. Excellent. So now one thing I'm not sure is, whenever the baby cows grow, are there enough in here, and are they bouncing around enough that, like, once they become adults, some more cramming will occur? I'm not sure. So there might be some drops that happen again later, but I'm not certain about that. I do also want to put a light up here. We'll just put it there. There we go, just to stop the spawns and stuff up here. Alright, perfect. Well, I'd say that's an auto cow farm, so that goal is complete. Awesome, great. So you can see I got 27 steaks out of that and a couple pork chops. And now I can just run in here to my smokehouse. 4 there, 4 there, 4 here, 4 here, 4 here, 4 here. And already I've got like some left over, but those just take a minute to cook. And then I'll be able to collect all of those. And I'm kind of keeping my eye on this because I want to see if, like, well, those babies, it'll take them like 20 minutes to grow, right? Because once they grow, I want to see if anything else drops out of that farm. And I don't want to miss them if they do. There we go. See, I can just walk down here and pick them all up. And that should be all of them, right? If I F3B, yep, there's none left over. Yep, so if I wanted to cook even more, I can put in, I got room for 5 more in here if I really wanted to do like 40 plus at a time. All right. I'm really happy with this. I think that looks cool. I like the smokehouse. So I am so psyched that this actually worked. So these guys behave a little differently in creative, and I really thought that this was going to be kind of broken because they don't swim and bob as much in creative, and I was really thinking that this might not work the way I wanted it to. But I'm very glad that it worked. Let me just cook the rest of these here. Okay. So the next thing on my agenda for this episode was to expand this wheat farm a bit more. There's plenty of wheat right now for what I need, right? Because I can only feed so many cows in one trip. And this already, I've already expanded this out to a second wheat farm, which I did off camera. But what I was thinking was I wanted to, rather than just having like these 2 random squares of wheat in the middle here, I wanted to kind of make them, kind of shape them with the landscape here just a little bit. Where am I going? I want to get those steaks. That just cooked. There we go. And the pork chops. Okay. So here was my idea. So I was thinking that I kind of started them on this level of dirt. And I was thinking about kind of filling up this level here with these wheat farms. Maybe even stick them out over here, and that would also kind of look nice as I'm looking out through my window here. And then kind of having a path kind of leading through it to get to the smokehouse and the cow farm. Now the smokehouse is a little bit close to the edge here, so maybe I want to put a little bit more dirt out here. And I need to sleep. Oh, come on. There we go. Yeah, so I was thinking I would have these farms kind of snake around this kind of area, and I'm thinking I would take this bit off here and kind of have it just kind of this layer is basically going to be all wheat farms. Another thing I'll have to do though is I don't want to have to jump up onto it all the time, because then you risk breaking the farmland. You know, you break the tilled soil if you jump on it. So I'm going to kind of have to line it in half slabs so that I can get up through it without breaking everything. So let me dig away this dirt, and I'll be right back when it's done. Okay, yeah, so if all of this is wheat, I think that might look pretty cool, and it'll be in more interesting shape than a bunch of squares. And boy, that pig is just down there. He's like taunting the cows. You're being mean, pig. Go away. Okay, and I was thinking, yeah, I can kind of round this off a little bit here as well. Okay, all right. And let me close the door there. I do want a little bit more build up around here to get around this to the cow farm. Okay, so let's start by making a basic trail here and seeing where my walkway is going to be. And even just making paths eats through these shovels. It's really pretty incredible how quickly these tools get eaten through. Yeah, so I was thinking the path would kind of come out this way. And then maybe kind of cut up here. Yep, see, there's one shovel dead already. And then it would kind of come up here to the smokehouse. And then also, I think I want a little bit more dirt out here. And then from here, it's going to branch out, oops, to lead to the cow farm. And I can kind of, there we go. Oh, wow, another shovel already. I told you, man, you go through tools so fast in this game, mode. Yeah, something like this. All right, so now I need to put down a whole bunch of half slabs. A whole lot of them. So let's just start with this many, and this is not going to be near enough. So this I want to be kind of like stair step down. Here we go. And this right here bothers me. I hate that little pixel or two of dirt. So I'm always going to put that out and put an extra stair there when I see that happen. So let's see. So now here I'm going to want some more half slabs. And boom. There we go. All right, this feels a little sharp. I think that needs to cut in a little bit. Yeah, we'll do this and this. How's that? Okay. And then basically all around this, oops. Well, let's see. Do I just want it? See, I kind of, because I want to be able to pass this. I want to be able to go up through here and not have to be on my walkway. So I was thinking I would surround this entire thing with half slabs. So I could kind of walk through the wheat if I wanted to walk through the wheat without breaking them. Okay, here we go. Let's see. These are going to kind of come up here to the smokehouse. Okay, that looks good. Awesome. And these come around here to the cow farm. Okay, nothing more dropped, so I wonder if these guys are ready to eat yet. Let me see if I can feed them again and get more drops off of them. All right. I don't know how long it's been. I don't know if the babies are still in there, but the adults should be hungry again. Alright, I see some poofs, which means some of the cows are dying. Alright. That looks like that's about it. And look at that. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I love this. I'm just going to do a quick little hop up to make sure if there's anything floating, I can get it. Awesome. Okay, good. I wonder if you could feed them from below. I seriously wonder if you could feed them from below. Maybe I'll try that next time. All right. Look at that leather rolling in. I got 17. I can actually get a helmet now. That'd be awesome. Okay, so I think my wheat's also going to be on this side as well. And I think it's going to just fill up this whole spot. Probably kind of stop here. So which means more slabs around this side as well. Let's see. Let's see. I need to be able to just fill these in here. Okay. And let's see. There's, yeah. I'll do them here anyway, even though I'm not really going to be coming up this from this end. All right. So I need more slabs. Oh, that was probably too many. That's okay. No big deal. We'll use them eventually for something, I'm sure. That feels weird. You know what? I'm going to shave some of this off because it just feels weird. There we go. All right. Okay, let me go ahead and sleep. All right, so now the tedious task of actually going ahead and so now should I actually have the slabs on this side too? Let's see. I'll probably end the farm here. So why don't I actually just kind of cut this over as kind of a hard stop on the farm there. Yeah, just kind of stop it there. Okay, so now I'm gonna have to figure out how to position the water. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this one's probably going to be here. So this part's going to be a little tedious. I might go ahead and time lapse some of this. No, what I was wondering is, should I slab? I think I'm going to half slab this area as well, because when I come down onto it, I don't want it to break the tilled soil. Okay, let's see. There we go. That works. All right. Let's see. I need some tools here. I need a few hoes. You know what? I have stone in my inventory that I need to get rid of. Stone. Get out of there. Okay. Yeah, this is going to take a while, so I'm going to time lapse this, and I think I'll see you on the flip side of the time lapse. done with these wheat farms. This is pretty big. This is bigger than I kind of expected. But it's way more wheat than I'm ever going to need. You know, I can only feed so many at a time to these guys. But I think it's actually going to look pretty cool. And once it's all grown in, it's going to look pretty awesome. I'm kind of looking at the shape of it up there on my mini map. And I think that looks pretty awesome. So I guess that was my third goal for today. So I guess that actually solves all of my goals. Let me get rid of my infinite water source here. And let me go fill my bucket up again. I should have done that first. All right. Alrighty, so I think this was a pretty successful episode. I definitely have my cow economy going on here. I got my farm, I got my cooker, and I got my wheat. So I think this might be time to call this an episode. Alrighty, well, I think I'm going to call that an episode, guys. I appreciate you coming by and spending some time with me. Again, if you made it this far through the video, I'd love to hear from you. So just drop me a line in the comments and say hi. I would absolutely love to hear from you. And until next time, you take care of yourself, okay? Bye-bye. So I wonder if I can actually feed these guys from below. Oh, I think it's working. Dude, I don't even have to go up on top. That's awesome.